Heroes of Might and Magic, Civilization, Master of Orion. Which series of turn-based game would you call the most iconic? My favorite series was Heroes of Might and Magic. So, what does this year have in store for us in terms of games of this genre? Let's find out it right now. Thanks for the like and enjoy watching. Well, let's start our video with a song of silence. The action of the game will unfold in fantasy universe, where the world of light and darkness wage eternal war. The project combines turn-based kingdom management, world exploration and hero development with real-time battles. History and atmosphere are at the head of the game. Let's go straight to the most delicious. Firstly, you can swap unit between two groups without visiting the base. Battles mostly end in retreat, and you can pursue retreating enemies. To destroy a base, you have to start a siege that lasts for one turn, and only then you can attack. Unlike other turn-based games, Son of Silence doesn't have a visible grid. Sometimes this can be problematic, as you can send a unit where you are not allowed to move. As for battles, it's a mix of auto battle and card game. You cannot control where your troops go or where they attack, but you can use cards to issue more general commands, such as summoning special units to the battlefield, reinforcing troops for a few seconds, or retreating. The world map and battlefield are well detailed, and the units are well animated despite their diminutive size. The track for the game were created by Hitoshi Sekimoto himself, known for his track for Valkyria Chronicles. Son of Silence is currently in early access with a release scheduled for March 2024. And continuing our hit parade is Nexus 5X. It's a 4x multiplayer turn-based battle for galactic domination. I was honestly hoping that 5X was the new word in general. Each match lasts about an hour, so you don't have to stretch your session into an endless 20 hours when it's so hard to get your friends together again. Choose one of unique faction and leaders and play alone or in turn battle multiplayer mode with 2 or 8 players. In general, everything is quite standard. Choose a leader, decide for yourself the way, diplomacy or war, build a space lead and fight with opponents. World map turn-based. Directly battles real-time auto battles. Very nice graphic, several races, each of which has its own plus and minus, and innovation on the hour for one battle will not stretch the game for too long. The game is already in early access. The exact release date is not yet known. Continuing with the space theme, the next game is ZEPHON, a turn-based strategy game from the developer of the Warhammer 40k. Lead the people who have survived in a recent apocalyptic future caused by aliens. City management, turn-based battles, unholy exploration, diplomatic maneuvers, and branching narrative quests awaits you. Planet Earth, one the cradle of life, may now witness the extinction of humanity. Lead more than 50 unique units into battles with their own graphic, voice acting, weapon system and sets of traits and abilities. Plan optimal development along 3 asymmetrical paths: humanity, voice and cybernetic, or combine them in unexpected ways. Travel the uncharted expanse of ruined Earth and uncover its deadly new secrets. All in all, a very deep, elaborate and cool turn-based strategy games await us. It's worth only one to look at the trailer and it's clear that it will be hot. The game is scheduled for release in the third quarter of 2024. It's 401 AD. Tens of thousands of German soldiers move silently toward the river under the cover of night. Rome gives a good fight, but it gradually dawns on them that the territory they have controlled for centuries can no longer be defended. The Germanic tribes are reclaiming more important provinces, but they need a strong leader around whom to rally. Your job will be to lead the campaign and advance across Europe, province by province, but you are not alone. Other factions are also ready to fight for the same goal, to capture Rome and become part of history. Finally, a game about Rome, but not for Rome. The Germanic warriors are striking back. The game allows you to fight alone or in multiplayer. In online epic battle, you play against player with the same ranking and fight in random provinces across the map. Player can play multiple matches at once, but relax, the turn-based nature of the game makes it easy to switch between them without getting stressed. You have 24 hours to complete your turn. Very nice, aesthetic, pleasantly graphic. Several factions are represented with a unique chips, procedurally generated map. All in all, there is everything you need to enjoy a 4x turn-based strategy game. You can try to conquer Rome already now in the demo version. The release of the full game is still undetermined. I think there has been an interesting wave of cartoonish medieval graphic. This allowed the game to immediately stand out from the competition. It's the same story with Rising Worlds. The first thing that catches my eye is the graphic. Rising Worlds is a medieval turn-based strategy game with card and board game elements. It's up to you to send your slaves to fight and die for your glory, or let them prosper and use them at your pleasure. In addition to the classic campaign mode, the game features a multiplayer mode. No one has the right to question your rightful right to reign over this world, not even your friends. All aliens are temporarily aliens. Now, available free demo and paid full version of the game. Killer of Civilization, Era, History Untold is a new step in historical strategy genre. To the classic mechanic added national craft economy, a simulation of moves, a non-linear technology tree, and asynchronic cloud multiplayer, and all of this in vast and colorful world. The game featured 12 unique technology areas. In what direction to direct the greatest mind of your science, inventors, artists, and other great people. Near the end of each era, you determine the path your science will take that will change the present forever. Trailers and screenshots of the game look encouraging. Rethinking Civilization. Will Era, History Untold succeed in surprising Sid Meier, or will the game receive angry reviews and remain in the oblivion of strategic history? We'll find out later this year. Has the portal to Hell finally opened? Solium Infernum, after postponement, has finally posted a vacancy for a Dark Lord, to which you can respond by buying the game in Steam. It's a large-scale strategy game with politic, intrigue and betrayers, in general the usual setting for Hell. You are powerful fallen archdemon, one of the treasure rulers of the Infernal realm, and claim the throne of Hell, because the Dark Lord had disappeared and the Collegium has decided to urgently find a replacement. Control the Nightmarish Legion, appoint champion praetors, conduct sinister rituals, and outmaneuver your rival to become the new Dark Lord of Hell. Your main obstacle, however, is oddly enough the infernal bureaucracy of the Satanic Collegium, lodged in the capital of Hell. I think that the government official periodically upgrade their skill there and then come down to us. You will complete with the IE or with your friends. The game is designed for up to 6 players, both in synchronic and asynchronic mode. The game is available for purchase. Here comes the next contender to the throne of civilization, Millennia. You will have 10 years to lead your people from the dawn of humanity into the distant future. The main difference is the level of development. If in civilization it was limited to modernity, not counting additions. Here, space wandering are commonplace. Otherwise, everything is very familiar and long-lived. Manage your economy and create a real engine of growth and construction. Conduct cultural and scientific research to unlock new units, building and improvements to grow your citizen and strengthen your army. Achieve absolute success in the victorious era. Near the end of the game, world domination allowed a country to decide the term of victory. Overall, the game was not received well by players and critics, but that does not mean you shouldn't try Millennia yourself. The game is available for purchase. Even in today's review, there have been several contenders for replacement for civilization. Perhaps this makes new rumors about the release of the 7th part of Civilization breed. After all, the titan of the industry won't give up his throne so easily. Civilization 6 came out in 2016, as much as 8 years ago, so perhaps now is a good time for Civilization 7, given so many attempts from other studios to replace it. The latest addition addition to the game was released on 29 March of 2023, titled Rulers of England. Elizabeth I of England, Harald Hardrada of Norway, and Victoria of England were added to the game. In February 2023, publisher Take-Two Interactive announced the development of new installment of the iconic series. Details of the game are not yet reported, so it's very difficult to guess what exactly awaits us in the future game. The basic mechanic, of course, will remain the same, but the detail may differ significantly, and not to mention the graphic style. Which game you liked or which one you didn't? Tell about, write in the comments. If you liked the video, I will be glad to like and subscribe.